What's up, guys? Playing with Karma here, and welcome back to our Harry Potter quiz series. Sorry about the brief hiatus from YouTube. Just adjusting to some changes in the apartment and all that stuff with work and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm back now and hope to do some of these videos, get some Pokemon videos out, maybe some RuneScape videos. I am, before I do this, if you want to skip ahead, just scroll through the video until you see me click start. But I'm going to talk about the channel just briefly and what my plans are because I've taken such a long break. I just want to let you guys know what the plans are. So yeah, do that now if you don't want to listen to me ramble for a few minutes. So those of you who stayed, I appreciate it. I am going to try to do one of these quizzes every week. I see that there are some new quizzes up that I have never seen before. I believe this is one of them. Hopefully we're going to do well. I've still been, even though I haven't been recording these videos, I've still been listening to the Harry Potter books and keeping up with those. I am planning to still do some Pokemon. Sword and Shield is coming out in 2 weeks, and I plan on streaming it over on Twitch. You can just go over to twitch.tv and look for Playing with Karma. I'm not exactly sure what my username is, but I'll be doing that the day it comes out. I want to stream it as long as I can. What else? So for RuneScape, Group Iron Man has been announced at RuneFest 2019. They haven't given a specific date of when they want to get it out, but I believe because they announced it, it's going to be under 1 year before its official release. So I'm probably done with my Iron Man until then, just because I don't want to, get this Iron Man pretty high and get stuff achieved and then have to start over when it comes out. Me and my brothers are going to be doing that, and I just want to give you guys fresh content so you guys don't see the same thing twice on the same account. But yeah, so with all that, that's kind of what my plans for this channel are. Hopefully, I will be having some art come soon. My sister-in-law is working on that, just an opening for the channel and stuff like that. So look forward to that. You'll see that in one of the videos. It'll just open differently rather than just me talking. Alright, so now that we are all caught up with each other, I'm going to be taking the Ultimate Defense Against the Dark Arts quiz today. And yeah, so let's get started. Question 1. How many unforgivable curses are there? 4, 3, or 1? The answer is 3. They are the Avada Kedavra curse, or the Killing curse, the Imperious curse, or the Control curse, and the Cruciatus curse, or the Torture curse. Question 2. What is the incantation of the spell that can expel a boggart? Wadiwasi, Ridiculous, Descendium, or Morse Mordra? I don't want to go into detail about what all of these are because I have a feeling at least one of them is going to show up on the quiz after this because it is Dark Arts related. But the answer is Ridiculous. A good way to remember that is because you counteract a boggart by taking away its fear. So you imagine it as something that you don't fear, and therefore it becomes ridiculous. So that's an easy way to remember the incantation. Excuse me. Question 3. Which of these is not a Gilderoy Lockhart book? Oh, sorry. Dating with Dementor, Voyages with Vampires, Travels with Trolls, or Wanderings with Werewolves? The answer is A, Dating with Dementors. The other one's just... This one, you can't really... Well, I guess you don't go Voyages with Vampires. I was going to try to explain it, but I really don't know other than, they don't really talk about Azkaban and the Dementors till the third book, so knowing that this happened in the second book, it's kind of an indicator. Question 4. Which incantation would you use to disarm an opponent? Expelliarmus, Stupefy, Alohomora, or Protego? The answer is, we see in all of Harry's fights with Voldemort, Expelliarmus. Because he tries to disarm him instead of stun him, which I don't really get because he can stun since 4th year. They practice it when practicing for the Triwizard. I don't know why he tries to disarm Voldemort instead of stunning him, but Alohomora just unlocks stuff. It's super, super not helpful because wizards can lock stuff that Alohomora doesn't open. I guess technically they can like break into Muggle establishments with it. And Protego is the shield charm. Alright, question 5. Which mark did Harry achieve in his Defense Against the Dark Arts OWL examination? Outstanding, exceeds expectations, poor, or acceptable? This one's pretty obvious. He is the best at Defense Against the Dark Arts, and it's the only outstanding that he gets. Even if you don't really know the books that well, you should be able to guess that. Question 6. How many times did Tom Riddle apply to be the Defense Against the Dark Arts professor? Twice, 3 times, once, or never? This is explained in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Tom Riddle, right after graduating, applies to the post while Armando Dippet is headmaster. And then after some time away, and after he creates the Ravenclaw Horcrux in Albania. Yeah, Albania. He comes back, and Dumbledore is headmaster, and he applies again. And at that point, he curses the job, and that's why they can't keep anybody over a year. But the answer is 2 times. Chapter 7. Timeout. 30-second timeout. I forgot to preface this before we started. I'm going to be trying to work my way through these questions. If you don't want to ramble, if you don't want to hear me ramble, feel free just to skip, look at the answers, skip me answering it, and see if you got it right. But if you just want to hear me, kind of talk through, maybe learn a couple things, just let the video play, and I will do my best in this video to explain it. And if I don't explain something properly, or you catch me slip up, or want to know more information, please just leave a comment section in the comment section down below. Leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll try to get back to you and explain why I did it, or confirm or deny, or whatever I need to do. All right, question 7. Lockhart often liked to make Harry act out scenarios in his classes. Which of the following has Harry not played? A Yeti with a head cold, a Transylvanian villager, a mummy, or a vampire? I'm sure he played a Yeti with a head cold and a Transylvanian villager. The other 2, I'm not sure. I don't think he had him act out a mummy. I don't even think one of his books is about a mummy. He got Voyages with Vampires, but I don't think there's a book about a mummy. So I'm going to go see a mummy. Looks like we were right. Cool. I did not expect these to look this way in the illustration. I've never really thought about it, but this is not how I imagined them. Question 8. Where would you find a kappa? Thick snow, deep lakes, tall grass, or shallow ponds? Kappas. This is Professor Lupin in Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm trying to remember exactly what they do. I think they... I know the answer is shallow ponds. I'm trying to think. Hinky Punks lead them with the lantern on their head. Grindylows are in the water. I'm trying to think of what kappas do. I can't remember. I don't want to waste a lot of your time, so I'm just going to move on. But I'll have to listen to that more closely. Question 9. In what year are DADA students, or Defense Against the Dark Arts students, taught about Horcruxes? Never, 4th year, 5th year, or 6th year? They are never taught about Horcruxes. Dumbledore removed the books from the library because he did not like that, and I can't imagine that he would let his teachers teach about them if he won't even give students the resources to learn about them on their own. All right, question 10. What power does mastering the art of occlumency give you? You can penetrate the mind of others, you can defend your mind against external penetration, you can implant false memories in other wizards' minds, or you can manipulate others to do what you want. This is the Imperious Curse. You can kind of confund people with the Confundish charm to do that. These are legitimacy and occlumency. I always get them mixed up, but I believe occlumency is penetrate, because I think Voldemort is the most accomplished occlumens that has ever lived, or not ever lived, but like modern times. And he always knows when you're lying to Lord Voldemort. So I'm going to go with A. Shoot! Oh, it's B, isn't it? You can defend your mind. Okay. So occlumens is defending your mind against other people, and legitimens is penetrating. I need to remember that. I probably could have worked through that if I had just spent more time, because if I would have gone to the Snape Potter relationship, I might have been able to work through that. Anyway, we'll go to the next question. Question 11. In which year are Harry and his classmates taught about nonverbal spells? 6th year, 4th year, 5th year, or 2nd year? This happens when Snape is the DADA, or Defense Against the Dark Arts professor, and that doesn't happen until their 6th year. 4th year is Moody, 5th year is Umbridge, 2nd year is Lockhart, and yeah, so Snape is really the only one. Well, I guess the imposter Moody teaches them, but the other two don't really teach them anything. So, yeah, Snape it is. Question 12. In Gilderoy Lockhart's quiz about himself, what is his favorite color? Periwinkle blue, lilac, violet, or turquoise? I know a lot of these without even looking at the answers, and I kind of wish I didn't show the answers on the screen, just so, like, for a little bit more, like, to impress you. I'm going to brush some dust off my shoulder, you know? But I like giving you guys the opportunities, because I do this because I listen to these books a lot and do some research. But I know a lot of people don't, but are still invested in the Harry Potter series. So I like giving you guys the answers. But, so to recap, Gilderoy Lockhart's favorite color, it is lilac. Don't know why I remember that, just do. Question 13. What will the reductor curse, or reducto, do to an object? Cause it to shrink, make it disappear, blast it into pieces, or make it melt? This is a good question, because reducto, if you didn't have reducto in there, the reductor, you reduce it. You reduce it. So that can make it cause it to shrink, or you can blast it into pieces, because you're reducing it to nothing essentially. So you can mark out these two, make it disappear. That is a vanishing charm, which is Evanesco, and make it melt. There, I don't know, to turn up the heat. I don't know, but the answer is actually blasted into pieces. Harry uses it on the hedge in the Goblet of Fire, and Parvati Patil reduces the table that the sneaker scopes and stuff are on in the room requirement to ashes in the Order of the Phoenix. Question 14. Which Defense Against the Dark Arts professor set a sort of obstacle course practical exam? I love this art. I don't know who's doing all these arts, but I love it. Not specifically this one, I do like it, but just the arts in general. Gilderoy Lockhart, Remus Lupin, Severus Snape, or Alastor Moody. I like that they put this in quotations because it's not really Moody. The answer is Remus Lupin. Gilderoy Lockhart is useless and loses his mind before the end. Alastor Moody, they discover who he really is, and the other Moody doesn't teach. So he's gone before the end, and Severus Snape just he would never use an obstacle course. Excuse me. Question 15. Halfway through. The Patronus charm is known to fight Dementors, but what other magical creature does it work against? Nundu, Lethifold, Akame, or Demiguise? This is just something I happened upon in just reading one time, but it is actually Lethifold. I don't know what any of those creatures are other than Lethifold, so it's fairly easy for me to work it out. Question 16. Which of these spells requires more than just a simple counter curse to reverse it? Levicorpus, Petrification, Leglocker Curse, or Full Body Bind Curse? So the question states a simple counter curse. I don't know specifically what the simple counter curse is, what the phrase or the term, whatever the spell is for these things. But I believe and it really doesn't talk about them doing them, other than Hermione muttering the counter curse for the Leglocker curse in the Sorcerer's Stone. But I believe it's Levicorpus because Harry hoists Ron out of his bed and has to leaf through the book to find the counter curse for it. But that is incorrect. Yeah, I don't know. So Petrification. All right. I overthought that hard time. I was doing Petrification as the full body bind curse. My mind just linked those two for some reason. I guess this is talking about the Basilisk Petrification, and this is Petrificus Totalis, being the full body bind curse. So yeah, I just overthought that one. My bad. Sorry, guys. Question 17. What did Professor Quirrell's classroom smell of? Onions, incense, garlic, or sweat? The answer is the thing that wards off vampires, because he was afraid, this is what he told everyone, that a vampire that he wronged was coming back to get him, which is garlic. And fun fact, the turban around his head, Exhibit A. Ooh, look at that turban. I don't know why he drapes it like that. That's not a traditional turban thing, I don't think. But it also smells of garlic. Question 18. Which mark did Hermione achieve in her defense against the Dark Arts OWL examination? Poor, acceptable, outstanding, or exceeds expectations? This one's a little different from the Harry one. You should just automatically know that. However, Hermione's the best student of the year, except when it comes to defense against the Dark Arts, and she does not quite achieve that O in her OWLs. Alright, question 19. Used right, the incantation Relatio will produce what? The Leglocker Curse, the Curse of the Bogies, a Stinging Hex, or the Revulsion Jinx? Relatio. I'm trying to think of how I can work you guys through this. I know it because he uses it on Harry uses it on Snape in the Order of the Phoenix during their Occlumen's lessons. It is a Stinging Hex, I believe. But if you think of Relatio, release. So if you sting something, they're gonna release you. That's really wow. The taste of my foot is not that good. I should probably watch it. The Revulsion Jinx. I guess that kind of makes sense because I can't think of when anybody uses it though. But if it Relatio, release, get away. So the Revulsion, get away from me. Wow. I'm gonna have to look that one up because I cannot think of that being used. Anyway, question 20. What happens if someone were to read the cursed book, Sonnets of a Sorcerer? They speak in limericks for the rest of their life. They get sucked into the pages. They instantly die, or they never stop reading it. Two of these are mentioned in the Chamber of Secrets. When Harry goes to pick up Riddle's diary, Ron tells him not to do it because there are all kinds of books that just dangerous books that he knows about from the Ministry. And these two, Speaks and Limericks and Never Stop Reading It, are both mentioned. But if you look closely, if you look at the Sonnets of a Sorcerer part, you can kind of maybe work out the correct answer here. And they talk in limericks, so if you think sonnets and limericks, like, poems and stuff like that, like, you might be able to work it out. When Amicus Caro took over Defense Against the Dark Arts, what did he make the students do? Torture other students' pets, invent new curses to try on each other, practice the Cruciatus curse on other students, or hex Muggle-born students. I do not believe that there were any Muggle-born students in the school at that point. The other three, I guess, are technically relevant, but the answer is they make him practice on other students, and more in particular, first years. Question 22. How many rolls of parchment did Snape assign the students for their essay on werewolves? I know this one right off the top of my head as well, and I can't really work through it other than people just complain about it and they say, this amount of parchment. And then like somebody else, I'm like, these amounts of parchment and stuff like that. So the answers are 2, 3, 4, and 1. The answer is 2. So when they're complaining, it's like, oh, but we never do that. And then like it goes to the next person and says 2 whole rolls. And it's like, but there's no way, there's no way he didn't know that we hadn't covered that. And then it goes down. It's like 2 whole rolls. Like the just audacity to assign 2 rolls of parchment as an essay length. Anyway, question 23. A mixture of powdered silver and dittany can be used to bring a werewolf back to its human form, cause a fresh werewolf bite to seal, cure an infant of lycanthropy, or create a potion that makes you unappealing to werewolves. I'm going to say that it's not B or D, because D just doesn't make sense to me. Unappealing. Well, that'd be a great potion to take on the full moon. And B, when after the battle, or not the Battle of Hogwarts, but the 6th book, the Half-Blood Prince, Madame Pomfrey can't seal Bill's wounds, so that makes me think that there's not a potion that can do it. Lupin does mention a cure at some point. He says back then there was no cure. The Wolfsbane potion is a recent discovery. So maybe, and he was turned as an infant. So maybe it's this. There is a charm, Hememphagoras or something like that, that Lockhart talks about to bring a werewolf back. But I'm going to go with C. What? That's going to kill me. I don't like that. Because why wouldn't Madame Pomfrey use this potion to seal up Bill's wounds from Greyback? I don't. And, it doesn't matter what I don't like. I didn't know that. But it kind of stinks that I got that one wrong. Question 24. Which of the following taught Defense Against the Dark Arts at Ivermorny? This is the American school. Harold Minkram, Galate Merrythought, Reinarch, Stewart, or Rodolphus Lestrange? It's not Lestrange. I don't know. I know a little bit about it and its creation, but I don't know. I'm just gonna have to guess here. I'm gonna go with Harold. Okay, so it's Reinarch, Stewart. That doesn't really bother me. I just don't know that. Question, let's cut off right there. 25. Alastair Moody, quotes, once demonstrated the Imperious Curse by putting it on students. What did he make Dean Thomas do? Jump up on a desk, imitate a squirrel, hop 3 times around the room singing the national anthem, or do a series of aesthetic gymnastics. All these he made students do. This one was Harry. This one was Lavender. This one was Neville. And this one was Dean Thomas. What does Wilbert Slinkhart's textbook, Defensive Magical Theory, say on the subject of counter jinxes? I want to answer this question without showing you the multiple choice just because I don't know why I know this, and I just kind of want to show you the amount of Harry Potter knowledge that I have. I have missed a couple of silly questions, but Wilbert Slinkhart's textbook is the one Umbridge uses, and he says that counter jinxes are improperly named. Question or answers. They are overused. They are improperly named. They are often ineffective. They are shameful, lazy. He says this because counter jinxes is a name given to a jinx when you want to make it sound more appropriate to use. He is against jinxes, and Umbridge uses his book because of that stuff. Question 27. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm very sorry, guys. Harry's third practical against the dark arts examination involved the obstacle course of dark creatures. Which of these didn't feature? I guess that makes sense. A Grindylow, Redcaps, Blast-Ended Scroot, or Boggart? This is fairly easy if you've ever read or listened to the books. We don't meet Blast-Ended Scroots until the Goblet of Fire, so that one's fairly easy. The other three are actually covered by Professor Lupin during the books, so if you remember those, kudos. I'd like to say I remembered them, but yeah, there's no way to hold me accountable for that. Excuse me. Question 28. According to Ron, which teacher told Defense Against the Dark Arts class about the curse of the bogies? Alastor Moody, Quirinus Quirrell, Remus Lupin, or Gilderoy Lockhart? This is revealed when Harry and Ron are going up to the trophy room to duel Draco Malfoy in the Sorcerer's Stone, and their defense against the dark arts in the Sorcerer's Stone is Professor Quirrell. I don't know if you guys like that or not, but that was just me, getting some emphasis on this stuff. Question 29. According to Newt Scamander's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which of these creatures is classified as the most dangerous? I don't know why this is in the Defense Against the Dark Arts quiz, but let's go. Griffin, Yeti, Chimera, Sphinx. I know the answer to this. Griffin and Yeti, no. Chimera and Sphinx, yes. Sphinx is dangerous because it has a dangerous body, but the mind of a human, the head of a woman, the mind of a human, stuff like that. But he does say that the most dangerous creature is a chimera. Question 30, last but not least. In which year were the unforgivable curses classified as unforgivable by law? 1717, 1775, 1861, or 1914? This is one of those that I have zero clue, so I'm just going to have to go with... I'm just going to have to try a date. This is too early and this is too late. I'm going to go with 1861. That's not too early. Okay, cool. I have no idea what year. I'm really bad about remembering those years. I missed 6. Ugh! That one hurt. I'm going to take a step back. This was my first quiz back after a while. I don't have any excuse because I told you before this that I was still listening to the books and everything, but that's going to be my excuse anyway. I scored a 24 out of 30, scored 80%. Result, a disarming score. Impressive. You are clearly an aura in the making. With a little more study, you could even be a dark arts master. Please leave a comment down below if you took it with me, what you got as your score. I'm always curious to see if you guys beat me. Hopefully you guys did on this one. This one was not one of my best moments. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying these types of videos. When you press that subscribe button, I see my membership grow. It gives me the motivation I need to keep making these and providing good content and wanting to improve my channel and stuff like that. So, yeah, like I said earlier, if you have any questions about where I got something, please leave a comment in the section below, and I will. Oh, also, please leave me a recommendation of what the next quiz you want me to take is. Just go to, you can see it up in the top, wizardingworld.com, or just Google Pottermore quizzes. Go to the quiz section and scroll through. There's, I don't know, probably 30 or 40 quizzes on there that I can take. Just, either copy me a link or just type the name of the quiz down in the comment section, and I'll pick one at random and take it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look forward to one next week. I'm gonna try to do Fridays maybe, just because I have Friday off work-wise. I can record it during the day and upload it at night. This one will be uploaded before Friday, but hopefully every Friday from here on. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.